So let's talk about the 7 ways to keep going when you want to give up. So here's a quote by Newt Gingrich in 1943. He is he was an American politician, historian, and author. He said, "Perseverance is the hard work you do after you get tired of doing the hard work you already did." So let's get started. We are taught from a young age that we can do anything that we put our minds to. But what about when your mind is working against you? How do you keep going then? We all have days when we want to run away and relax on a tropical beach, but unless you're actually going to drop everything and become a travel writer, it's probably not a realistic escape plan. A better one is to look at how you motivate yourself. Sometimes it's really hard and easy. Sometimes it's really easy to persevere. However, motivation can all too easily slip away, especially if we fail at something. Failing is not a bad thing in itself if you learn from your mistakes, but there's a difference between trying and learning, and just throwing in the towel as soon as things get rough or scary. The size of perseverance. Don't blame yourself for something feeling like you want to run and hide. There's actually a science to it or to it at all. You can be flying through a task only to get bogged down in the detail. You may find it more difficult and more time consuming than you anticipated. Or you might be good at coming up with the new ideas but lose interest in the execution. After the first wave of enthusiasm, doubt creeps in and you think, am I really up to the task or am I just lazy? Research shows that there is more to it than this. In the Journal of Consumer Psychology, scientists from the University of Winnipeg and the University of Manitoba proposed that our motivation changes we move toward a goal. We are inspired by hope and positive outcomes at the beginning, but as we continue, we start to focus on responsibilities and the fear of negative outcomes. And it's often this fear that halts our progress. It can become a demoralizing spiral. You leave a trail of unfinished or poorly handled tasks in your wake. And every morning you lie in bed, hitting snooze all your alarm, filled with the doom laden sense, and you will never finish or succeed. We may never quite we we may not we may never know quite how much we could achieve if we tried. So here's some tips to boost your motivation. The first one is, motivation is often the result of an action rather than the cause of it. We tend to think that we have to wait for inspiration or energy to hit us, and we get deflated when it doesn't come, or when we might think that we are doing something motivating or proactive when in fact we are not. For example, watching a TED talk may be inspiring, but it's not the same as taking action, and action is what we need. Even the smallest efforts to get going create momentum. It might be hard at the beginning, but you know what they say about getting balls rolling and hard work paying off. If you ever feel like you have hit your wall, take a look at the following tips. They will motivate you far quicker than a poster of a kitten and a cheesy quote. The first one is, make a list of goals. Write down your goals and visualize how you will feel when you hit each one. It feels good, right? Confucius said, "The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones." So start and do focus on small tasks and high priority tasks. But beware of multitasking. Research shows that it takes a lot of mental energy to refocus after you have been distracted. Another study suggests that it takes around 23 minutes to regain your concentration when you switch between tasks. The key then is to focus on one important goal at a time. But the second one is called workout every day. The endorphins produced by exercise can help you to reduce stress and anxiety, boost mood, and improve your sleep. What's more than it is, according to a 2015 study. Aerobic exercise improves your cognitive functions in a number of ways, including the ability to learn and retain new information. And research published in 2014 shows that exercise also boosts creative thinking. All of this combined makes you feel good, and it's far easier to stick to your goals when you feel refreshed and your body is performing at its peak. The third one is called make a schedule and stick to it. Staying motivated doesn't just happen. We have to set our intentions and choose behaviors that that will keep us on the right track. They will uh, they provide a vital structure that will keep us going regardless of how we are thinking or feelings on any given day, almost automating the difficult thing we have to do. uh, it is The fourth one is called find your whys. Why do you want to give up? Is it fear of failure, or or of what others will say to think? Boredom, anger, depression, or exhaustion? What is it that you want? That's why you want to give up. Find the why. During the Korean War, medical authors coined the term give up it is for the total apathy and loss of hope that followed a severe trauma. A person with this condition could literally with themselves to die with no apparent physical cause. It's an extreme example, of course, but it shows the powerful role of our minds to in staying well and how important it is to have something to strive for. Find the value in what you are doing to identify why you want to keep going. Is it uh, is it helping you to reach a larger goal or benefiting others in some way? You'll feel motivated, invested, and enthusiastic when you can see the benefits and the meaning of a task. The next one is find some mentors. Finding mentor, uh, it's a essential task to reach your goal. It's great to want to carve your own path, but successful, motivated people know that everyone needs a hand along the way. So find a mentor or more than one and take time regularly to talk about your goals and receive encouragement from someone who has been in the same boat and who knows how to steer it. Open up to colleagues, your boss, friends, and family. 2. Mentors don't have to be experts to give you support and offer you a sounding board. Knowing other people have got your back will boost your confidence, give you a fresh perspective, and help you to maintain a sense of direction. The next one is called stop comparing yourselves with other people. This is a very important tip that you can take for yourself and for your motivation, because comparing to yourself with the others gonna make you demotivate. It's not the right thing to do in mostly of the cases. Albert Einstein said, "It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that the I just stay with the problems longer." If you don't believe in your potential, then no one else will. Regardless of how good you are, draw inspiration from those around you. But don't beat yourself up if you're not on the same level in certain areas. And don't be lured by the greener grass over the fence. Remember, nobody's life is perfect. This can be hard in our social media dominated world. Often, we only see the happy highlights from those around us: fancy holidays, dream jobs, perfect relationships. But what you see online is only half the story. Everyone is facing their own struggles and everyone has bad days just like you. So it's the last tip that I'm gonna give you and that is take care of yourself and think positively. Our brains release dopamine in anticipation of a reward, and this makes us feel good. So keep track of your efforts and reward yourself along the way. Fill up on mood boosting foods such as fruits, vegetables, dairy, and lean meat. Do things you enjoy, listen to inspiring music, and remind yourself of how far you have come. Surround yourself with positive people who will help you to get in the zone. Should you fail, always look for learning opportunities instead of dwelling on the negatives. One big but, some situations really are bad for you, and in these cases, it's absolutely right to stop or give up. If carrying on is making you ill or truly miserable, then it's likely not the right path. Changing direction when this happens can be a powerful way to rediscover your mojo.